Here we go. Welcome to the Q&A, and just to share one of my favorite songs to listen to, video game music, VGMs, and all sorts of soundtracks. But I'm not going to share none of this, well, too many songs throughout this video. I just wanted to play one song just to start the Q&A. Hope you guys enjoy the videos, and this way you guys can get to know me a little bit more. And since there's new faces, lots of new faces, and some people who might be watching this and see me for the first time, and instead of just watching a gameplay video or just a video game stream, this is something different, like different vlogs. And I love doing this because it's a different way to connect with each and every one of you guys out there. And I have a lot of questions to go through, and I'm not going to really just, as I do this, everything's going to be shown here. So all these different questions, I guess about almost 3 different pages, different long questions, multiple questions from different people. And I'm going to try to give my best answers as I can, and just going through these, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anyone in particular. And I hope you guys enjoy this series throughout today when you guys get a chance to watch. And you don't have to watch every vlog, because I know it's going to be a little bit very long. And what I'm going to do for you guys is put the timestamps in the description of the video, so you guys can pick and choose what you want to hear, which questions you want me to that you want to hear my answers to the most. And you don't have to feel obligated to watch the entirety of each individual part. You could just pick the questions that you want to hear and listen to throughout these videos. So I'm going to go through them one by one, and some of them were similar to each other, and I ended up combining them. So I'm going to mention the names of those who had asked a similar question, and then I'm going to follow up with just different their other questions that they also mentioned throughout the comments, or just sent me messages in different platforms. So thank you guys for watching this, by the way. So one thing I want to mention before I get started, the next part is going to be coming up either on this side or on this side. I think it should be on the right side of the screen going towards the end of the video. So it'll link you right to the next part, and then the other parts that come out throughout today will do the same thing. And then I might end up putting both parts, like part 2 and 3, or wherever how many parts this might take for the video, so you guys can just click on and go on to the next one, depending on what you guys want to watch and listen to throughout this Q&A. So I just thought I'd start with that first. It's play one of my favorite soundtracks, just because I love video game music. So I'm going to start with Chillz. He's watching this video right now. I know you probably wondering whenever you get a chance. He asked for a shout out. That's your shout out. So let's just start with the actual questions now. So Nat's been asked, how do you keep so positive with your 4K following? A big following doesn't mean anything compared to a small following that loves your content. To me, he says a small following is better than a bigger following that loves your content than a huge following that doesn't care. So he's absolutely right when it comes to that. And I'm going to talk about a couple of things just to answer and just to follow up. Someone who asked a similar question to what he did. What he just asked was Jelena Wolf, saying, how did I stay so motivated and Playmaker Place as well, who asked a similar question to that. And when it comes to that, I'm just being me. I'd rather just be me, and the key to just being positive is just doing this. I feel like I have so many different connections now, connecting with so many people worldwide, all throughout the world, and just different parts and different platforms and different games. Many different games I was able to connect with many of you, whether it was a battle royale, a first-person shooter, a mobile game, or an action adventure game, or maybe something that a retro game, a game that you never seen me play before, a game that you never played before, that you were curious about finding out if it was any good. It's just so many different games that have kept me that way, and just playing games in general, it's my favorite thing to do. I wouldn't want to do anything else and just play games. Playing games has just always been my favorite thing. Just growing up, my favorite hobby. Just you get right home, you get some free time, whatever it is that you do. You want to come home and just play the game. You play some of your favorite games or whatever platform that you play on, the PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, mobile game, or whatever. Maybe you're just playing like a handheld device or whatever you play on. But I think that was one of my keys, is just playing, just keeping a good attitude, just always laughing, as silly as I am, and just laughing at the littlest things that happen during the games, and the sound effects, the death noises of the characters, the just everything that they do, and then just things that happen, just the tiniest things. I just laugh at the silliest things, and just it's always going throughout a day, just going throughout any day or a night without just laughter. I think is a day miss. Without smiling and laughing and just enjoying your day, just ending it on a good note, no matter what happens. I think that's the best way to go about it, and that's been one of my keys to keep positive and motivated, and just wanting to get better, wanting to get comfortable being on the camera, just like I am now. Because when I used to, I wasn't really able to look into the camera like I am now. I was always looking around, just nervous, repeating myself. I just didn't know what I wanted to really do with this, and being the shy guy that's quiet and nervous, it took some time to get rid of the butterflies and just be comfortable on camera. And then just doing these kind of videos right now, I got used to doing this, just regular videos off the camera and just recording vlogs. And the more I did it, the better I got. The more I did it, the more comfortable I would feel. And then, gotta say, doing these videos is way different than live streaming, because live streaming, people can hear what you say in real time. You don't have to edit out. You don't get to edit anything out. They'll hear what you say right off the bat, and it is right then and there in real time, where they can chat with you. And that's what I really like about this as well, is because I can just be myself and just have fun and connect and just talk with so many and interact while I'm playing a game. So it's not just all about the gameplay. I get to also interact, answer questions, and read comments. Welcome anyone who comes into the stream with open arms, and it's just so much different than just doing regular videos now. But it's still the same thing, but a way different experience compared to regular videos as I'm doing right now. So I think that's one of the things that I would say to keeping positive, is to whenever you feel down, you just find something that you want to do, that you really enjoy. Just try to forget about just whatever happened during the day. Maybe you lost a loved one, and something like that. Just for those different examples, whatever it is that you go through during your days and nights, you just find what you love to do, what you enjoy doing, and something that can make you laugh. You can watch your favorite TV show, some of the movies, or watch a movie, listen to music, and I think that's one of the keys as well. Listening to your favorite songs, like one of the songs I just played and shared with you guys from Paper Mario. It's a cool way to just be positive, just feel good about yourself inside and out. It just eases the pain away, whatever you go through, or just whatever you're dealing with throughout your day and night. So I think that's something I would probably say. And just going back to what he said, how a big following with an audience that doesn't care is a good point. It's true, because that's something that I do here. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't even expect to get this many subscribers. So now I'm just trying to just continue to connect with everybody out there, and I feel like I have a connection. It's not just always watching the videos. You watch a video and that's it. You watch a stream and that's it. And that's all you won't ever get to hear from that person. You won't even get the chance to talk and interact with them, or hang out with them and play a game with them. It's very rare that some people actually include their audience in the content, unless they did something in particular to be included into the content for those special people, and to get those special privileges to play with them. But for me, I want to be able to connect with everyone and play with as many people as I can, even if I'm playing like a multiplayer game, and just invite people to join and have fun too, to be in on the fun, the action and the chaos, and join the labs and all that fun stuff. And that's what I feel like I have now. And just now, it's so many that I talk to. I got to know individual stories, and many of you guys that's going to be watching this, just things that you guys like to play, different games, and playing games that you guys never played before, that you just started downloading because you probably saw saw me playing it or whatever. So that's just something that has been key to me, and I want to go forward, just continue to connect with so many people, and as many people become a part of the channel and the community, I want to be able to connect with them and interact with them. So it's not just all about the videos and the streams and the content. So that way you guys can play, and that's why I take time out to hang out with people on and offline, on and off the streams, so that way they get a chance to play, and then all those people that are new to the channel can get a chance to play with me as well on different games. So that's something that means a lot to me, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. So I wanted to just say thank you for that, and also I guess that'll be my answer for their questions, Jelena, Natspin, and Playmaker Plays, is staying motivated. Make sure you find what you like to do, and just keep your head up. Just keep doing what you love, and that's gonna keep you just motivated. It's gonna keep the good vibes all around you. So that's what I'll just say for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that answer. So that's just the first couple questions, but just the beginning. I know that was going to be long because I wanted to start with that first. So Little Dopes asks, do you think Nebula Realms? He was talking about like the avatars with Nebula Realms. I just gotta get it started now. He says, do you think the Nebula Realms should be more like PlayStation Home's avatars? And he was saying it should be better. It should be way better. And it's still been lagging since 2016. Now here we are in 2019, and we still don't know what will happen in 2020. And then with his question to match up with what Lil Dose was saying, Chaos Plays was asking about, do you think the next PlayStation will have like another PlayStation Home or something similar to PlayStation Home? And here's what I have to say. PlayStation Home is over. There's not going to be any, I don't see any other PlayStation Home, a new PlayStation Home being made. And for Nebula Realms, I got to start by saying it's been out for a couple years. It's still been lagging. The blue screens, as you guys seen from the game, it's just a social game, free to play. But there's not going to be a next PlayStation Home. And as much as we're going to miss it, and all the memories are there, all the cool spaces, the different crossovers that we had from different PlayStation exclusive titles like Killzone, and all those different spaces that we had that people loved and enjoyed. I love going to the video game arcade, the bowling alley, the Hudson Gate, the Glittering Sands Beach, and different just spaces that people can probably even think of right away. The Star Wars Cantina, Konami Penthouse. It's so many good spaces. PlayStation Home had it all. But Nebula Realms will not be on that. It's still not on its level. It's still something similar to it. But look at all these games that's coming out for it. They're all just getting their ideas from PlayStation Home. They're taking pages out of PlayStation Home. But they have the audacity to say, oh, you guys should get over PlayStation Home. PlayStation Home is over, and you guys need to get over and just start realizing, just playing the games that's available in the present. Get over PlayStation Home. But you guys continue to take pages and steal from their game. They continue to just come out with spaces that almost look like it or similar to it. Look at the Nexus right now. It looks like what? Central Plaza? It looks the same thing. It looks the same exact way from top to bottom, but it's just like a huge space, a different name, and of course it doesn't run properly, but everyone's still going to the Nexus even after all these public spaces that they brought up with Nebula Realms. The avatars are not going to be changed anytime soon. And he mentioned 2020. We're probably not going to get the graphics update for our avatars for the whole makeover where we can blink and just try to do all that the eating and walking animations and all that kind of stuff. Not everyone has the same, just even with the female avatars, they don't even have the new walk and run animations. All that stuff is not going to probably come out till next year. The graphics update and the PC release, we don't even know when that's going to be coming out because they haven't said anything about it. Nebula Realms is pretty good, and I covered every single update that they came out with. But it still runs, it still lasts, it'll crash, and every time they come out with a new update, it's always something that's broken. It seems to be something, just so many things that's wrong with it. So right now, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be another PlayStation Home right now. It's too many games. We got Nebula Realms, we got Atom Universe. I'm not even ever downloading Atom Universe. Four Kings Casino, that's just a casino game. You're just in a casino. That's it. That's all you do. You just go to the casino, hit the slots, play bingo, and all the other mini games that you can possibly imagine. Yeah, it has good graphics, But it's nothing like what Nebula Realms and Atom Universe is. So I'm not ever touching any other social game besides Nebula. And then we got Avilight coming up. So I'll be playing those. I'll be just playing those. But other than that, I don't see no other PlayStation Home. The potential is there for Nebula, but they just need to communicate more. And just thinking about everything that they added, not many people is going to be playing the game. The servers are, you got dead spaces. We got just closed, personal spaces. I'm sick of the personal spaces. I'm not even going to be up in the personal spaces. I'm up in the public spaces. And they come out with the same thing over and over. I'm just like, I'm ready for public spaces. I'm ready for activities. They come out with mini games, but they're never multiplayer mini games. Why is there all so many single player mini games? The only last multiplayer mini game that we had was the go-kart racing, but the multiplayer doesn't even work anymore. So I don't know. I don't even see no PlayStation Home. And I gotta say it to you, Chaos, and everybody else that's probably gonna be curious that are Nebula fans or whatever. If y'all play these games, still play it to this day. If they ever wanted to come out with a PlayStation Home, they should have did it during the launch of the PlayStation 4. But now it's time for other games. New IPs and just brand new titles that's from the past that are coming back. But if they wanted to think about PlayStation Home, it's too late for that now. So that's just gone down the drain now. So the PlayStation Home is done. So that's all I got to really say for that. But as far as Nebula Realms, I don't know what they're gonna do next. We barely hear from them. I'm gonna say this last thing too. They log on, and then they log off. They log on and make a post and status, and then they log right off and go on for the next 7 days or more. That's what they do. And then how can you get if you have an individual problem for the support, how can you get it? You can't go to the forums? Who can I ask the question without them running away or disappearing? Or going poof when you try to ask them a question? You can't go to a user unless someone that you already know, you've been friends and you have a connection with, to answer a question. If they know, if they know the answer to the question, to try to help you. There's no support service. They just want you to email them for the support, for the issues for the game. That's it. There's nothing else that's going on you can't really get in contact with them. It's very rare if you get like a response or comment. There's no point in even signing up for the forums at this point, because you might as well just wait for them to try to hope that they fix the issue, whatever it is that you're having. Well, in that, it's just no sort of communication or support that you can get and ask someone, because so many people are not user friendly. You'd be lucky to even get a response from them if they answer, or if they just stick around and try to talk to you and have a conversation. But that's it. But other than that, they just need to communicate more. We need more activities for Nebula Realms. Just really quickly, we need more communication. We need more activities for the Nebula Realms. Instead of just standing around, standing still, staring at a statue, now we're going to be staring out a window in the new space for the flying device with no activity. And then you're just going to be bored. And then the Nebula points need to be turned up. How can you grind for points for the player instead of just buying crystals? You can't grind for points. It takes too long. You play 3 games a day, 3 games a day, and then a 19-hour cooldown. I'm Gucci. And I'm playing too many other games. So they just need to come out with more stuff, to be honest. And that's why people are not playing and staying active. They just going to go right back to the Nexus because the Steam post space can't handle too many players. Upgrade those server capacities, or the capacity of the servers, so they can hold more people and maintain people that want to hang out in a particular space. Because when you go to space, you're not guaranteed to connect to the next You're not guaranteed to make it, because you're going to be in a loading loop, or the game's going to crash, or it's just going to freeze completely. You get a blue screen, or it just freeze completely nonstop. And the shop is not even safe because it freezes there too. So that's all I got to say for that. So that's Lil Dope's question to Chaos. So he also asked, will I make Chaos's other question? He said, well, I'll set up a Discord server. A couple other people asked me the same question. Maybe. That's all I can really say for that Discord server, but I don't know. I just haven't decided yet. Roki Snipes, so he asked several questions. He says, what was your favorite series on your channel? Any memorable ones? And he said, which games offered you the most fans and interest? And he said, which games also opened your channel to different viewers? Almost like someone's name. But I had to make a couple of notes here for this, is just to really try to go through different playlists to see what games opened up, just different viewers. It really started with Pokemon Go, and then I'll say just the game I just finished talking about, Nebula Realms. Pokemon Go, Nebula Realms, Battle Royale games, and then just a good variety of games that I play, from just old school games, and then just action adventure, first person shooter games, and indie games that I really liked playing at the time, that really brought it up. And I had some other notes. I just went through some different playlists for you when you get a chance to watch this. Don't even think, just the funniest game I played this year. It's a silly game. It's not even a battle royale. It's more of a survival game. I really like that. That's free to play on PlayStation 4. Some newer games that I played this year so far: Kingdom Hearts 3 that I really liked. Days Gone, very underrated, and I think it's since it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, not many people played it, and they bashed it saying, oh, the graphics are not that good, and they automatically just didn't want to play it. It's a really good story, beautiful story, open world game, and I really enjoyed it, and it gave me a little bit of a Last of Us vibe from playing through it, so I really enjoyed the story the most. JRPG games, like another JRPG that I mentioned, Nino Kuni 2, the Revenant Kingdom that I played. Ukulele that I really liked to play. Spider-Man, one of the best, if not the best, superhero game I ever played. Because I feel like I went to New York. I was Spider-Man. I feel like I was Spider-Man. I was the hero to the people of the city and the protector from the baddies. Fighting crime, swinging around the city. They have real landmarks in the game. It's an amazing game. If you have not played Spider-Man, you should definitely play it. Even if you don't like superhero games, it's definitely a game that you'll enjoy. Especially if you like Infamous, it plays something similar to it. And Insomniac did a really good, amazing job on that. Really cool. Games like Fortnite, I know not people that people like Fortnite. It's just, even though just some people think it's dead now because of the yesterday's event. Indie games like Rhyme, Bound that I really like, Resident Evil 2 remake that I really enjoyed this year, and then some other remakes that I also ended up playing, like the Resident Evil remake, the first one, and just different remasters like Crash Insane Trilogy, the Spiral trilogy, all that kind of stuff. Those different games that I really enjoyed. But I'm glad that I got to see just got to get different viewers from these different games, because they're all just different genres in the game. Pokemon Go is a mobile game. Nebula Realms is a social game. We got Battle Royales. There's so many Battle Royales out there that many people play. Some people play nothing but Battle Royales. But not me. But I just play so many other games. But I would just say those different games that I mentioned to you to share. And it's just so many different ones. But I think my favorite series so far for the year is, don't even think, it's just hilarious. It's just too funny. It's just funny stuff that's always happening into the game. I'm going to check and see. I know I went long. I'm going to try to see how long I'm doing for the time for this particular part, because I'm going to go really long. So 23 minutes. I think I'm going to answer. I don't think I'm going to answer any more questions. But anyway, it's just like, I think I'm going to go through this question, these two questions here. Chloe and Awesome Dragon, favorite video game. She asked, favorite video game character of all time. If you could only play games on one platform forever, which would you choose? And then Dragon also asked something similar, saying, my favorite game of all time. I couldn't really tell you a favorite game of all time because there's so many different games that I play. It's just so many different games. I like Crosshairs, that really got me into JRPG games from PS3. But he got a 3. It got a review score of a 3 somehow, and then from the review, it's too hard. So they gave it a 3 out of 10. But when I played it, it had different characters from the Disgaea series, Artana Leiko, just different JRPGs from the past. It was just a different variety of JRPGs, just all into one game that meet each other along the way throughout the story. It was a really unique game, a cool battle system that requires you to just read the tutorial and learn how to play, and not just rush through it and skip the tutorial. Just think you can just rush into the combat and just die all over again. Just die and die over and over again, and then just get stuck, and then just throw the game and just throw a score on it. Oh, it's trash. It's too hard. But that's why it's games like that that I really like the most. But I think that's going to be one I can really name but it's not one of all time. It's just too many games to pick. Mario games, is Super Smash Bros. Xbox games. There's so many different ones. Uncharted, Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet and Clank. There's so many classics. Ape Escape, Tomba, if you guys played it before. Just so many old school games. Medieval. It's way too many games to pick. And to answer my favorite video game character of all time, he's right here on the chart. But it's so many characters, too many characters. And her last question: if you could play games on one platform forever, what would you pick? I gotta go with the original PlayStation, because we got games like Ape Escape, we got Final Fantasy, we got Crash Bandicoot, we got Spyro the Dragon, we got Medieval, Chrono Trigger, all the old school Final Fantasy games. We got Gex. If you guys played it and heard of that game before, Legacy of Kain, just all these different classics on the original PlayStation, the PS1. I would pick that, but I don't know. I could play the Nintendo 64 and play Paper Mario, Super Smash Bros, Donkey Kong 64, GoldenEye 007, the original GoldenEye, the classic one. That's the best one. That's the best GoldenEye game. I could play all those, but it's just too difficult. But I'll name those two platforms. But I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed this part. But I got so many other questions. Lots of questions, so this might be a longer Q&A than I expected, but I'm going to go ahead and go to part 2. It should come up eventually in this corner when it's ready, and it should be able to come up in the corner. You guys can go into the next part whenever you guys get a chance. And just like I mentioned, every question that I went through is going to be in the time step with every particular question that's addressed for all these parts for this Q&A.